WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I'm in Scotland. Today I have something from Dalmore. No, it does not look like this, which is going to be my comparison whiskey, the normal Dalmore. And even though there is this deer on here, a stag, it is from Gordon MacPhail. So I'm going to read a little bit of the title of this. First of all, just tiny little bit to design. So over here we have a little bit of styrofoam type of foam. Down at the bottom we have also a little hole there with a foam, and it's like a little cage. We plop the lid over. Very well designed, sturdy, well done. And even the bottle has a certain volume, a certain weight to it. Very thick glass bottom, very clear cut lines. I like the bottle. I like the design overall. This is the Connoisseurs Choice Cask Strength. So I paid 120 euros for this, 119.50 to be honest. That translates over to about 140 some dollars if you'd like. And the thing is, this is a German exclusive. So let's pull out the Dalmore 18 as our comparison whiskey so that we just have a feeling for what Dalmore should be. Dalmore should be dark. Dalmore should be with the food coloring in there. Dalmore should have a lot of non-chilled filtering going on and so on. And this Dalmore over here to my right has none of that. So this was a refill bourbon hogshead 166-00212. That was the barrel number. Wow. If you go to Whiskey Base, this is 172422. 254 bottles, and it's a Germany exclusive for Kirsch. But then I go online and I research and I go to Masters of Malt and see, looky there, same bottle. Exclusive for Germany, also at Masters of Malt, who knows. All right, so distilled 2015, bottled on the 7th of August, 2020, so it's only 14 years old. It's a 14-year-old and a couple days shy, apparently, of the 15. Now, at the very top of this, it says something. I'd like to read it because I think this is very, very important. Carefully matured in our own casks with spirits entrusted to us from Dalmore Distillery. Excellent statement. So, carefully matured, okay, very, very good, in our own casks. So Gordon MacPhail takes casks to Dalmore and say, fill it up for us. So they are responsible for the wood in here. They don't go buying casks that Dalmore didn't want. They have a contract with Dalmore as well as other distilleries. And they say, and these contracts can be over decades, if not even longer. They say, hey, each year we get a certain amount of spirit from you, and we want to put it into our own casks. And then it says here, the spirit was entrusted to us from Dalmore. So Dalmore actually gives or entrusts it to Gordon MacPhail, and Gordon MacPhail matures this in their own warehouses, which is very, very important. 57.6% alcohol by volume, 254 bottles, as I said, here for Germany, and exclusively bottled here for Kirsch import. And I'm sorry, I misspelled something. I mispronounced. It's a refill bourbon barrel, not a bourbon's hogshead. Barrel would be 200 liters more or less, and a hogshead would be up and around 250. On the nose, I get a coconut, and I get a citrus moment, and I really couldn't put my finger on that citrus moment at the beginning, and then I read this, and it's lime. I totally agree with the lime. And there's a berry in there, and I would not be able to place the berry. For me, it's more like a not yet ripe raspberry. It's maybe a not ripe yet blackberry. And then I read the tasting notes in an elderberry. So we have a lot of that going on over here in Germany. We make elderberry juice and elderberry cough syrup and elderberry, a lot of things. And somewhat of a sweet, nice moment. There's not a whole lot of wood, even if you look at this. 14 years, this is a refill bourbon barrel. It's not a second fill, I don't think. It might actually be a third fill. So my personal opinion, I might be wrong. My problem is the price. It's got a good nose. I like it. I can enjoy it for the next 10 minutes, but then I'm going to get bored. And for 120 euros and 14 years of age, I think I'd want something else. I have tried a few Dalmores that have been bourbon barrels. One was from the Scotch Malt Whisky Society, SMWS, and one was also a different independent bottler from Dalmore. You don't see them that often, to be honest. Dalmore doesn't like to give out their spirit without adulterating it. Sorry, guys. Very nice, very nice. Over here, the 18-year-old. Wow. It's got a little bit of a tart, sherry, wood, musty moment. It's almost like a forest in the fall. It's a little bit of a moldy type of decomposing moment. Nah, if I were to choose, this would be my favorite 10 times out of 10. All right, so I do know that this has only 43%. This is 57.6%. 119 euros, 109 euros. Almost the same price. 14, 18 years. Core range, independent bottler. Cheers. Nice. Alcohol is absolutely not the problem for this. The 57.6% is nice. It's definitely there, but it's not overpowering anything. It's just a wonderful tapestry on which we can now paint. I still get the coconut lime moments. I'm getting a little bit of a peach prune type of moment as well. Prune is not right. Let's go for yellow plum. A peach yellow plum moment. Yeah. A little bit of vanilla, a little bit of sweet barley moment, but it's not overly complex. This is not a whiskey where I'm going to go, wow, everyone should try it. This is amazing. This is par for course for a cask strength 14-year-old single malt Highland whiskey. It's not as mild and as flowery as maybe a Speyside would be, but this is not something where I'm going to go, hey, I have to go buy 5 bottles of this and bunker it, put it in my bunker so that when I drink it over the next 5 years, I'll know what I have. This is nice, but 120 euros is not enough. Nice is not enough for 125 euros. Let's water it down a little bit. Let's take it down, first of all, to the 50-some%. Very scientific, almost. That's sarcasm. Okay, it opens up a little bit. I get a more of a kiwi moment than I do the peach and the plums. Nice. As this is more or less a summer whiskey. Now the problem is I would drink this with friends out on the porch or down by the fire pit and just open it up in the evening and say, hey guys, have a good evening. Let's just enjoy this bottle. And the only problem is I would never open this bottle for 120 euros. If this was a 40 euro bottle at this flavor complexity, I would go fabulous. It was 50, I would, well, guys, I like you, you're my best friends. If it was 60, I would have went, hey, today's my birthday, we got a bottle here, let's kill it. But 120, no. It just doesn't warrant it doesn't warrant the price, I'm sorry. Cheers. I do like, instead of the lime, I'm getting more of a kiwi moment. It says here, smooth and sweet with ripe banana. Nope. Peach. Yep. Citrus. Okay. Medium bodied finish with lingering crackled pepper and oak. Not getting much oak. A tiny little bit of oak towards the end here. All right. One last time, let's dilute it down even more. Let's go down to about the 25 to 30% range and see what happens. And let's stay away from the 18-year-old for the moment. It's really, really interesting. The notes, either the nosing notes or the tasting notes. Many of the times when I smell a whiskey, it's just like, nah, never. And then I dilute it down to 25, 30%, and I go, oh, okay, now I see what they're talking about. I think often those tasting notes are made at that percentage. I don't think that they're doing them usually at the cask strength. They're not getting all that flavor and aroma and delicate things at cask strength. I think that most of the time that we can appreciate a whiskey that is complex and older, sometimes at a slightly lower ABV. Okay, I get a little bit of like a dunnage warehouse here as well. And I don't know if it was actually in a dunnage warehouse. Gordon MacPhail have some interesting warehouses, and a few I think are dunnage, so maybe, who knows, where this was stored and where this was matured. Getting more of an orange zest, a little bit more of a sweetness, vanilla. It's actually quite nice. I'm going to give this a B-. Absolutely nothing wrong with this bottle. It's not often that you get a Dalmore. As I said, I had a Scotch Malt Whiskey Society and another independent bottler once. This is my third, I think. Absolutely great. Now, I'm going to give it, as I said, a B-. The problem is my price. I think and I feel that 14 years old cask strength whiskeys should not be at the 120 mark. At least not yet. The 80 mark, 80 euros for this would have been more than sufficient, but probably wouldn't covered costs, to be honest. The value for the money is more of a D. I cannot recommend buying this bottle. I can recommend tasting it, trying it, having a pour and seeing for yourself. But as I said, this is officially a German exclusive. And if you're lucky, you can go to Masters of Malt and find one of these Kirsch, that's the name of the importer, bottlings as well, and maybe you can enjoy it. So thank you very much for being with me. Oh yeah, let's go over to the Dalmore 18. Watch this face. I even get a little bit of Play-Doh in here. That Play-Doh moment is absolutely there. Nay. Oh yeah, a lot of wood. A lot of older wood that has been used a few times too many, in my personal opinion. Wow. A lot of flavor, a lot of compact flavors, but still, if I were to pick 10 times out of 10, I would pick the Connoisseur's Choice from Gordon MacPhail. All right, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for sharing this video, if you'd be so kind, maybe on social media. I was fairly generous. Only the price is the thing I have my problems with. And I guess I'm going to have this problem a lot more in the future because whiskey is getting more and more and more expensive, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. All the best. WhiskyJason here. Please like, subscribe, tell others. Bye-bye.